Okay, so we are here in the theater getting ready to leave on our ship excursion. We are waiting for them to go our excursion, and so we're hanging out waiting for our Butchart Garden tour to begin.
Also the excursions with a big amount of people. So we're gonna have different.
So we're waiting here in the theater for our number to be called for our group excursion. She's one digit off. It's like a raffle. 4? Yeah. 5? No! Wrong number. Yeah. 4411. That's what we need. Yes.
Okay, finally off the boat here in Victoria. Time for our excursion.
I've had 2 kids go through it.
First time stepping on a different plane. Look what I found! Look what I found! Look what I found! So excited!
Hi, I'm Matthew.
And I'm Susan. Together we love to travel.
One of our favorite places to be
Is aboard a Norwegian ship at sea.
good food, drinks, and friends.
Make a relaxing trip indeed.
So come along with us.
As we let the sea set us free.
As cool as I'd like it.
Okay,
So
we're
let's
on
just
the
bear with me a
bus,
moment here.
getting
Hopefully
ready
we'll get
to head
rolling
out on our
in a couple
excursion.
minutes, as is our scheduled time of departure has passed already. Back from Vietnam, so I'm glad that it's sunny today. It was raining yesterday. Of course, Vietnam is very sunny and hot, 20 degrees. Well, we're just leaving the Ogden Point Ship Terminal. If you'll just cast your eyes to the right, just have a look at the beautiful native mural over there. Began the whole cruise ship thing in Victoria. This year, I think we are having around 326. I'll have to confirm that with 360 maybe. Almost like enough for a ship a day if we were having it year round. But there are days where we have 4 ships at a time. Along Dallas Road, and my favorite building here from I remember last summer, they call it the Adams Family House. It was for sale last summer. Obviously, someone has bought it from the Adams family. And the Adams family had to move inland due to the high taxes here, just like people leaving California. I think you all heard about that one. They're all going to Texas, isn't that right? Well, they're leaving Victoria too, and people aren't because the taxes are high. And feed them to you. My retirement plan there is just on the right-hand side. You got a small one there. Free water supply, and they clean your washrooms for you as well. Free nice maid service, janitorial service. 7,700 kilometers, or about 5,000 miles. Statue of Terry Fox, our noble Canadian hero, one of the greatest Canadian athletes. He ran a marathon a day as he tried to run across Canada. Made it about halfway across the 5,000-mile wide country, just to prove that baby spring isn't all that it's cooked up to be. But we do have a long growing season here, a relatively mild climate. The turtles are out today. This is the first time I've seen the turtles since last year. Beautiful old school from 1895, I think it was. And that one is the oldest school in Western Canada. Originally built as one of the only schools in Victoria, the province. So it does have a sister building that's identical to it. Chosen with only one spire to have that kind of an unfinished look to it, which is done on purpose, because everything is a work in progress. Above the doorways, there's native artwork in the stained glass. This sets it apart from many churches. A bit of a owing to their murky history between the two. To the left-hand side of us, we have our first library in Victoria. That sandstone building. Built in 1904. The Freemasons wanted to help 13 Jewish families that moved up here in the 1860s, once again from San Francisco. Popular feeding zone for us. We had also a large First Nations component, people coming that had worked for the Hudson Bay Company in Eastern Canada came to settle here as well. So they're not only local. The Canadian Seaforth Highlanders is the Canadian Scottish Regiment. So you don't have to speak Scottish to join, but you can come from anywhere. Don't have to be Scottish, but you've got to wear the kilt. So that's just the way it goes. And they have a bagpipe band there back then. Oh, that's atrocious! Wow, I've never spent that much. That's way too expensive. Boy, I should have bought as many as I could back then because they are now running, in the millions for just one of these choices. Play some pool, take some time. They stretch their journey up, but I guess if you're just plodding along, it could take a few days to get out here. What we drive in 45 minutes. It almost looks like a lake from above, and it's in a northwest to southeast direction, and it's all filled with this deep kind of peaty topsoil that they were able to grow a lot of vegetables on. As you see, it's still actually wet in that particular field, so it probably had its origins as a lake originally. Butterfly Gardens, and then enjoy a little bit of time there as well. So little E is waiting for us there, hopefully. $4, $8, almost $8 per gallon. I know it's 3.86, but let's just say it's times 4. People from Arkansas are not much meat on them.
Tired.
No, we're not going to get. All right, here we are arriving at the gardens. There's another sign exactly like this one that you see on the left that's inside the gardens for you if you want to take pictures. Oh, they're working on this little spot here. Normally there's a profusion of flowers growing in here, very rich soil. They say that's the burial spot for tourists who pick flowers. Very, very nicely composted and very rich.
Welcome to Butchart Gardens.
So funny thing, I stepped up and smelled the flowering cherry tree here, and Susan laughed and took my picture, and then I'm like, here, you could do it, and she tried, and
No, this one. A lot lower. Okay.
yep, couldn't reach.
It's too tall.
Okay, guys, we had a great time here at Butchart Gardens. We are here a little early in the season, so
First week of April, so.
not everything has bloomed. Maybe 10% of the tulips, daffodils,
Lots of daffodils. Lots
lupines,
of lupine.
maybe 5% of the rhododendrons, none of the roses,
No.
tons of other flowers, you know, still to go.
Yeah. Lots of cherry blossoms.
Yeah.
Yes. Gorgeous.
But definitely come here later in the spring. Also, make sure if you do come here and there's a chance of rain, grab one of their free umbrellas. That way it won't rain on you, because it was threatening to rain on us, and then we picked up the umbrella and
then the sun came out.
yeah. And so they have them around.
The sunken garden was my favorite.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
They do have an accessible trail down to the sunken garden. We went down the steps into the sunken garden and then walked up the accessible trail out of it.
Yes.
And then kind of meandered through the rest of it. But the rose garden will be spectacular when the roses are in bloom,
Yep.
but they aren't even near.
And everything
So-
smells so good.
Yeah. But highly recommend Butchart Gardens. Make sure it's a stop if you're here in Victoria.
This is the oldest Chinatown in Canada, and it's the second oldest Chinatown in North America. We have the original Hudson Bay Company department store on the right-hand side, which is now high-end condos with very high ceilings, of course, as befits a department store. It's now called the Hudson instead of Hudson Bay Company department store. And notice the neoclassical columns on the right-hand side. Very ornate. Once again, things that are not done these days. People don't want to put the effort into making something unusual like that. These were actually built in 1981, but styled after 19th century style ones. They have two stone lions on either side, which are a male and female lion, which are guardians of the gate. They have a legend that goes with them that says that if an honest politician walks by the lions, they will leap to life. So far, they've never moved a whisker. They're always very stony and silent. And on the left-hand side, another unique feature of Chinatown is the narrow alleyways. This is common in Asia, and in fact very common in Vietnam, where I just came back from. And you can just see it on our left-hand side. There's some people walking through. A very important part of the culture here with these little alleyways, which had lots of commerce, as well as gambling dens and gambling clubs rather, and opium dens were a big feature. The opium was legal, but the gambling was not. So if the police were banging down the door of the gates there, they were looking for gambling, not opium. People there just don't think about, oh, hey, there's an alley, let's go set up something criminal in it. They're like, no, let's just live there. Now, this is one of the oldest parts of Victoria, called Wharf Street. This is the area which served the ships that were coming and going in Victoria, which made Victoria put the basics. The building to the left, called Swan's Pub, was actually once a feed and grain store. It used to have a big hole in it where the train came through. The train used to come across the bridge you see, or the area where the bridge is to the right, and it came right into town, and the railway tracks went right into that building. There was a fellow who was a shepherd, of all things. He used to buy his grain from this place, and when it came up for sale and he wanted to retire, his name was Ian Williams. He purchased the building and he turned it into this beautiful hotel. So it did not look like this. It did not have windows like this. It was just a big feed and grain warehouse, and he actually restyled it as an old-style, old-timey hotel. And someone told him that he made an ugly duckling look like a beautiful swan, and that's where he got the idea for calling it Swans. And he left that legacy to the University of Victoria, so it continues to support the university with because it is owned by the university. It actually supports being the oldest part. You can make a walking tour by walking up Government Street to our left, where all these lots of shops and stores are, and then you see that it's actually a walking route here. They have closed off the road from traffic, so people can walk willy-nilly. And this is also a first for Victoria. It is an always crossing area here, so the light changes and then everyone just runs rampant across the intersection wherever they want to go. There's the other batch bus on straight ahead of us on the left-hand side, in front of the Empress Hotel. Now, the Empress completed in 1908 and built on reclaimed land. This used to be water to our left, and this was a wood bridge at one time. So are there a lot of people that want to hop off? Judging by the fact that I still don't feel the air running out of here, you probably want to escape my bus, but it's entirely up to you. We have another, and they're able to suck up some of the oil and save the day of our delicate waters here of the Salish Sea. So that we do work very closely with the American Coast Guard, and you may be interested to know that the Canadian Navy and the U.S. Navy work closely together as well.
Okay, so we had a really good tour to Butchart Gardens and the Butterfly, and we returned here to Ogden Point, and we are heading to return to the ship. So did you enjoy your time?
Yes, did you?
Yes.
Okay.
What was your favorite part?
Oh, the Butterfly Gardens. It was so nice and warm in there. But I did like the sunken gardens at Butchart, so yes.
So we're gonna head back to the ship.
Yes.
Probably go back to the room and then
Dinner.
get some pictures and then dinner.
I'm hungry.
What?
Hungry.
What?
I know.